All right. Welcome, gamers. Good evening. Thank you for joining us once again for another Game Master Dave Plays. And it's another session that we have of Call of Cthulhu role-playing game with our keeper, Anna. And we are here with Steve, Bill, and Ginger, and soon Rich will be joining us. So we were just talking about where we left off last week. And we will continue to do that, I'm sure, through the session, and how much sanity Steve's character, Velvet, lost. Maybe Velvet went temporarily insane last week. Is that right?
Yeah, Velvet didn't have much to begin with. So, yeah, she's down from a starting number of 55. She's down to 39. So
That's
she's
right.
definitely not too thrilled with all that's going on, and not too thrilled with her agent, frankly, for having sent her to train her next role. So,
well, there you go. All right, so let's level up. Chat will be open. You can send us. You can backseat gaming if you wish to.
Yep, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't. I suggest that Keeper Anna is not very susceptible to backseat.
Oh, well, they can backseat game and tell us what we should do.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, sorry about that, Keeper.
No, not tell Anna, not tell the keeper what to do.
You'll find critical fail doing that.
Yeah.
So, last week, I guess.
Yeah.
Was it started with your, or I guess picked up with your exploration of the camp of what you believe to be the unfortunate ornithology student. You did not find the ornithology student, but you found signs of a scuffle, and you found stuff around the campsite that indicated that it was probably the student's campsite. Then you went to the shipwreck, and one of you had a very smart idea, remembering the letter that you had found in Ebenezer's cabin that talked about a symbol of protection.
Yes.
And you found a small pendant around Ebenezer's neck, which one of you took. I don't actually remember who is wearing it right now.
Has it? Don't you have a Clark?
Clark has it?
I thought Sergeant Jimmy did.
Oh,
I may have it.
Yeah, I'm wearing it right now.
In other words,
it looks good to me.
No, okay.
Nobody on Team Lighthouse had it, in other words.
Nobody on Team Lighthouse had it.
They probably could have used it.
Yeah, really.
In any event, we'll get to that part of the recap, but you remembered something, one of you or some of you remembered something you read in the letter in Ebenezer's cabin about how old whaling ships used to sail with this symbol to protect themselves. And so you had the bright idea and the lucky idea to dig in exactly the right spot where you were able to find a much larger version of that symbol, carved into lead. And so you pried that off the hull of the shipwreck and took it with you. I'm not actually sure where it is now. It was in a backpack. I don't think you told me that you brought it out with you.
On the wall behind Byron Reynolds right now.
Yeah.
It's in my backpack.
Oh, so you brought it with you?
I think so. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Didn't we steal a backpack?
In my slightly insane state, if I recall.
Keeper, do we need to? Did we perhaps, Keeper, forget to pack it?
I mean, I don't remember being told that you were lugging a large piece of lead with you, but
that was the whole point of getting the backpack, though.
Yeah, there was something about getting the backpack, getting the ornithologist backpack.
Right, but what I'm saying is that after you came back to the house and you made your preparations, I'm not sure that I was told that the lead went back out with you. But
yes, that is true. I don't think we specifically said that.
Anyway,
I think we may have left your backpack behind, Byron. Did we? Did we leave the backpack behind, Keeper?
I don't remember being told you brought it, but I'm willing. It's not going to make that sort of difference because you already had your battle anyway. So, or at least one of them, or maybe some more coming. I don't know. We'll see.
Unclear.
But anyway, after you left the shipwreck, you made your way over to the lighthouse and did some investigating and discovered that you could not open the hatch that led up into the main part of the lighthouse from the first floor. And you tried to push on it. It did not appear to be locked. It appeared to be blocked. So you called up, didn't get an answer, decided to give up. went back to the house. I think very briefly checked in with Blanche, who had been taking care of the colonel all day. And he said she was going to make dinner for everybody, but you said no, not for us. We're going right back out. And so you packed some cans of gasoline and some basically a lighter or whatever matches into a wheelbarrow that you had found in the tool shed, and you wheeled that. And what you decided to do, which always ends well, was to split the party. Uh, so you had Team Lighthouse and Team Slab.
Yeah.
So Jimmy and
Slackers,
Clark,
that's what I call them.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Insane.
Exactly.
Dr. Insane to you.
Dr. Insane, yes.
Doctor.
I didn't go to 5 years of insane medical school to be called Mister.
Haven't we learned enough about calling people doctor this week?
Yes, quite.
Learned is from now on only women get the title and men can't. Because yeah. Anyway, this brief moment of politics has been brought to you by.
Yeah.
I'm still that just still annoys me. But anyway.
Oh, but anyway, we're here to game. So I got derailed by being a feminist. God, that sucks. I completely lost my train of thought. Oh, right.
Team Lighthouse.
Slab and Team Lighthouse, right.
Right,
So,
Team Lighthouse, Dr. Reynolds, it was a brilliant idea you had.
Yeah, so the idea had been like that you might see if someone turns up at the slab. So Jimmy and
right,
Clark
for another execution or another whatever it's called. Whatever, sacrifice.
Yeah, so Jimmy very successfully hit himself. Clark very unsuccessfully hit himself. But it turned out not to matter because all the action was at Team Lighthouse. So Team Lighthouse, Mumpsy, Velvet, and Byron went out there with their basically the firepower and lit the lighthouse on fire. And as they were finishing lighting the lighthouse on fire, they were accosted. So a sneak attack. So Byron took basically a punch to the back of the head, which that knocked him down pretty badly. And you ended up battling a very large man dressed in very bloody nurse scrubs. And you defeated him, not without taking some scrapes of your own. And then either during or after the battle, this creature essentially poured itself out of the burning lighthouse, out of the upper windows, and made its way past you into the woods, upon which Velvet and Byron's minds both snapped.
Yep.
And Velvet went running off into the woods, and Byron, I can't remember what he did, but he might have just like fallen into a pile of gibbering goo. But Velvet managed to pull herself together because she's not very bright. But Byron did not manage to pull himself together because he is too smart for his own good. And so he succeeded his intelligence roll. And so now Byron is temporarily insane. And we discussed last time in what way that insanity might manifest. And so Byron's player has control over his character, but he is free to bring that insanity into his roleplay at any time. But also he is, a functional human being. Like he has not reached the state of like Alan in the basement of the sanatorium. Like he is able to function and do things, but now he has, I forget what you gave yourself, a mania or a phobia.
He's delusional, or maybe delusional. He keeps thinking people from his past lives are talking to him.
And I changed your backstory to now give you the backstory that your past life lover is someone on this island.
Okay. Oh, even better. Okay.
And I changed Velvet LaBouche's backstory a little bit as well. So now her perception of the wilderness that used to be comforting to her is now a little bit sinister.
Yes, it says something sinister lurks in the darkness.
Yeah,
Oh, darn.
Velvet, I literally had nightmares this week about you running behind that creature, chasing it into the woods. I could just see you doing it, Steve. You in a 1920s dress and boots. Running.
That is very interesting.
Very
in the
fabulous.
tall boot.
Anyway, and just,
All very well played up, of course, too. As well.
just
You could pull that off.
at Team Flab, absolutely nothing happened.
Yes. So we
and
finished.
actually, you failed to hear the gunshot, I think, but
Yeah.
you did see the fire in the end.
So Clark and Jimmy had a really nice conversation. We talked about some childhood things that happened to us, and we smoked.
Yeah, glad you had a good bonding experience there while I was getting smashed in the skull.
Yeah, and we smoked. We smoked our last cigarette. So now I guess we're thinking about rejoining the group because somebody might have a smoke. We think Velvet might have a couple of Camels, unfiltered Camels left. So
We know they have a light.
Yeah. Also, it's you got to the lighthouse right around 7 p.m. ish, so I'm gonna say it's probably about 8 now. I mean, the battle happened quickly, but then there was a lot of insanity afterwards. Oh, and the other thing I should mention is Mumsy made sure that once he defeated that man, she basically dealt the killing blow, so he is not getting
Yes,
up.
I remember.
My pencil was
With a pencil in the eye.
not in the eye, but close.
Okay, close
The
enough.
eye probably would work, but that's not the method my dad showed me.
All right.
Okay.
Clark and I didn't hear the gunshot, but you did let us know that we could see the lighthouse on fire.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, well, you were
It's
probably too busy
basically the
having a
whole thing's
picnic out there to actually be listening for gunshots. So.
No, actually, we didn't bring any food.
Oh, okay. I figured maybe she packed a little lunch. You guys had a nice little outing.
It was a nice.
I was almost killed.
Oh God.
I didn't hear what he said.
He said there might be
There might be some
leftover.
leftover blood on the rock.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably wasn't worth eating. I bet you regret.
Yeah, you'll be able to find where we went if you go to the lighthouse and we're not there by the dripping blood coming out of my skull. So. Just
Okay.
follow that.
Oh yeah, Velvet caught one as well. I think
Yeah, you did, right in your
it got punched in the
Hollywood
mouth.
face.
So Velvet got punched in the labouche, right?
Yes.
Wow. Okay then. So you're gonna be somewhat less pretty for a while, I guess. Which means
It's method acting.
what good are ya? I don't know.
Hey, listen, Velvet
Velvet,
is
you
a tough
had been. Mhm.
All right.
Anyway,
So,
so you tell me what's happening next. It's about 8 p.m. It's dark.
hey Clark, what do you think we should do? I mean, the lighthouse is on fire. We don't know anything. Should we?
Yeah, I thought they were going to, they would draw the enemy toward us. I guess we'll just walk to the lighthouse and see what's going on.
All right.
I thought we were all meeting at the house. That's too funny. Okay.
Hey, did Mumsy say something about meeting at the house? I can't remember.
No.
Maybe she did. I'm not sure.
Oh well.
Well, we got guns, so I guess we'll be okay no matter where we are.
Mm.
If only someone would invent some technology where we could all have our pictures on a little screen and talk contemporaneously and like make plans from far away. I don't know.
That would be so.
Sounds like science fiction.
Yeah, right. Totally crazy.
Clark, it's really too bad that we didn't run some a telegraph wire. Doing some Morse code. I know how to do Morse code.
Oh, well, see, I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
They had telephones in the 20s.
You can tap a message while he's hitting me with a sledgehammer in the back of my head. Beep 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 beep.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we'll go. I guess Clark, if you're okay with it, I guess we'll go try to find the rest of the party.
Yeah, let's do that.
So where are you going? You going to because I think Team Lighthouse is heading to the mansion.
We are.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we'd like to do that.
you guys were gonna go to the lighthouse?
Clark, I gotta go to the bathroom. Let's go to the house first.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go back to the mansion.
To go the way to get to the lighthouse is to cut through the deep dark woods in the center of.
No.
Oh, there you go. Why don't you guys do that?
I'd be super excited if you took that shortcut.
No, that's okay. I gotta go
It's
potty.
fine.
I gotta go potty.
You're a soldier. You're in near the woods. What do you mean?
I gotta do the,
All right, Jimmy.
Yeah, if other party needed us, they would have called out for help, right? I mean, we didn't hear anything.
No gunshots.
No,
Nothing.
didn't hear a thing at all.
Yeah, we might as well head back to the mansion. Nothing's going on here.
Did we actually have a plan to meet at 9 o'clock? If we did, we follow whatever the plan was that we had.
I don't think
remember
think we agreed on a plan of when to come back together, but I feel like we did say we would come back to the house when we were done.
Okay. Yeah. It's been a week in real time since our
Yeah.
discussion.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know if Velvet and Byron would remember anything of that in their current.
Yeah, frankly.
No,
I
She's
don't
in
really
charge
know.
right
All I know, all Velvet knows is that she's freaked out. It's dark, and she needs to get somewhere that's not dark. And so Velvet is panicking and wants to back down immediately.
Fair enough.
Well, I'm going to say that both teams of the party arrived back at the house around probably 8:45. I mean, I don't know if it's realistic that Team Slab would leave a little earlier because
Yeah, they're probably there having a light dinner.
Yeah.
On in.
Finding some
Chilling
mushrooms
with
and some
Blanche.
berries.
Blanche
Yeah,
might
Um,
have
has been waiting.
leftovers.
But I'm willing to stipulate that we just sort of fast forward and maybe it's like 8:45, 9ish, and you're back
Yeah.
at the house, and if you want to convene in the dining room, perhaps
That
Sounds good.
the other residents would have eaten already, but Blanche would have left the food on the stove that she promised that she would for you. It's like basically a meatloaf and some mashed potatoes, so it's like a nice hearty meal. She is not anywhere to be seen in the kitchen or dining room area.
Did we check on them as we came in through the back door?
Or you want to come in through the back door? Yeah, if you want to do that. So now, with the exception of Blanche, I think you left everyone locked in, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're still locked in. I guess
No, we left.
there would be little slots in the door for food to be passed through, in a place like a sanatorium. And so, I'm pretty sure you did not leave Blanche with the full set of keys, but correct me if I'm remembering.
You left it just her key, right? She only had her key?
She had her key because she was with the colonel.
Right, but she could deliver food.
She could deliver food and stuff through the little slot.
And of course,
so-
Alan is upstairs in the guest
I
room.
thought that we left her with a key ring. Am I mistaken?
Yes, we left her.
Do you give her the
Because we
whole ring though, or
trusted
just her
her.
room?
Yeah, because we did trust her with taking care of the remaining patients. So I thought that we did leave her a key ring.
I mean, the key ring, the whole key ring would have had the medicine cabinet key and everything. So,
Yeah, I don't think we would do that.
were you asking her to administer medication and stuff?
No.
No, I don't do
No.
that.
I don't think she would even do that.
Right. So I'm pretty sure what I understood you to have told me was that you had left her key and she was in her room with the colonel and whatever supplies she needed to help the colonel and take care of him for the day. And so she had free run of the house with her own key. And so she had prepared dinner and given everyone their meals, but no one has had their medication and no one's been out all day. And almost everyone in that house is used to being allowed to come out, either to read in the library or to go walk around the grounds.
Yeah, so they're going insane already.
They're not happy.
Yeah.
And Mrs. Randolph is screaming about some, creature going past her window, and
I can tell you all about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Henry the third or whatever, Adam Henry the third is absolutely just out of his, he's so indignant. Like, how could he be treated like this? His family has paid a fortune for him to stay here because, this has the highest reputation as being a gold star establishment, and he's never been treated this way in his life. Blanche and the Colonel are sort of comfortably hanging out in her room, but she is, you can tell that her patience is getting fairly thin with her neighbors.
Yeah,
because they're making a big stink between Mrs. Randolph screaming and Henry complaining. But those are the ones who are upstairs. Unless you specifically tell me, you haven't walked past anyone in the downstairs.
Well, I mean, do you think we would try to
make your way to the dining room and kitchen?
Yeah, I mean,
find dinner.
would we go to the dining room to eat, or what? What do you think? I mean, because honestly, Velvet, I don't know if there's anything that Velvet might need medically. I mean, she got punched. She's not like bleeding or something.
I could probably use a little help.
Yeah, I mean,
so
you
we're
got
gonna go
pretty
straight
nasty
upstairs.
I got the most damage there.
Excuse me. Velvet lost 2 hit points.
You are gonna, with a good night's rest, assuming you can have one, you will get to heal a little. But yeah, Byron might want to look at his head.
Yeah.
Well, shouldn't Mumsy look at Doc Byron's head?
I think I'll have Mumsy look at my head because I can't look at my own head.
So
you can now. Maybe you've got a mind.
She's got more experience than I do anyway.
So here's how healing works. First aid, and you didn't take a major wound, right? You didn't take more than half your maximum at once.
No.
So if someone successfully performs first aid on you, you can heal 1 point. This is also true for Velvet.
Okay.
If someone successfully performs medicine on you, you can heal 1d3 points.
Oh. Okay.
You can also, I have to find how much you heal for a night's rest. Here it is. You recover 1 hit point per day.
Okay.
So you just automatically get 1 hit point back for having a rest every day. But if you can do first aid and or medicine in addition to that, then you will get more hit points back.
All right, Mumsy, would you do medicine, please?
Absolutely. Where are we, by the way? Are we up in? Never mind. Let's just take care of you. And I rolled. Oh, sorry, I didn't do well on medicine. I rolled 69, and my medicine check is 51.
Yeah, that's not good. Oh, thanks for trying.
You can push the roll by trying a, as yet untested method of head wounds, but if you fail, something really bad might happen to Byron.
Byron, how strongly do you feel?
I don't think. I think with a night's rest, I'll still only have. I think I went down 3.
Someone with first aid skill can attempt first aid.
Mumsy,
can I attempt my own medicine skill or no? Can I treat myself? Is that in the rules? I don't know.
You might be able to first aid.
I don't think I don't see anything wrong with it. The problem is you got hit in the back of the head. So
right. How do you treat your own head? Right?
Yeah.
If it was an arm or a leg or something like that, it'd be easier.
Yeah. I'm gonna say no to medicine, but I'll say you can do first aid on yourself because we like taking ice and putting it on the lump or whatever.
Okay. Well, I got 40 in that, so that's something.
And then if anyone wants to do first aid on
I gotta load up Discord.
I'm assuming they filled in Jimmy and Clark on what happened.
No, we're not telling you anything. Yes, of course we did.
Why are you guys injured?
What happened to you?
And it's true. It's absolutely true. They're not hallucinating. It was real.
Clark and I saw a spider, and you guys saw a creature.
We saw a bubble monster.
A bubble monster.
And
yeah.
So
I almost can't believe it, so I'm not too sweated. I don't really worry about it. I mean, I feel like I saw it, but it must have been like maybe a bird or something.
Yeah. Velvet, you got any cigarettes?
Probably.
Okay.
Let me check my makeup bag. I feel like I've got a secret compartment in my makeup in my flask.
Oh God! I rolled a 97. So
Oh
Hmm.
no!
Ow!
You set your hair on
Ow!
fire?
Ow!
Stop it,
Ow!
Jimmy! Stop it!
I'm just imitating Doc Byron.
yeah, exactly.
Doc Reynolds.
Byron, you want to
Oh.
offer a little first aid to Velvet, or are you not really?
I don't know. I'm not doing too well with my head here. Sure.
Wait,
Go
wait,
ahead,
wait, wait.
Byron.
I learned a lot of first aid in the army.
You did?
Yeah, Velvet. Why don't you come over here? Let's go to the medicine.
Right on my puss here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Where's your character sheet, David?
There. I got a 50 in first aid.
Ooh, way to go!
This really mean man. We think it was one of the nurse.
No, not too bad. Oh, sorry, Velvet. Sorry about that. Did that hurt?
No.
Okay, hold on. So I rolled a 6. So I grab whatever the heck you're trying to treat her with and correct you.
I almost gave her the chloroform.
Oh,
I have a 6.
You rolled a 6?
A 6.
I rolled a
Ooh, that's
73.
pretty.
Which is actually an extreme success.
Yeah. So wait, but first, before I give her the point from Byron 6, what did Jimmy roll? Did you fumble?
No, 73.
Oh, okay, all right. Because if you fumbled, I was gonna probably do something with first aid. You may get one hit.
Thank you. Oh, Dr. Byron, thank you so much. That was very sweet.
That's quite all right.
Clark,
Jimmy,
I did so well.
Jimmy, listen, next time,
Yeah, let's see what's in that.
maybe try on one of those, mannequins in the window or something first.
Yeah, maybe I need a little more practice.
A little more practice, yeah.
And Mumsy didn't take any damage. I feel like she didn't.
No, isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Mumsy did some damage though.
Yeah, Mumsy
That was
showed us
amazing.
all how the sledgehammer technique works.
So although
Yeah,
it's
that was
swimming,
like-
it's excellent upper body exercise.
Indeed.
All right. So unfortunately, Byron did not benefit from that little session, but Velvet got a hit point back. But both of you, if you make it to bedtime tonight, once you have a rest.
So what?
So,
I was
and that I was gonna say that probably took another 45 minutes just to fuck around with that. So now we're looking at it being about 9:30ish, I guess. Is
So
what
I'm sorry.
what you guys are telling me is that you this thing was sleeping up there and you burnt it out of its nest. That means it needs to find a new home to sleep.
Well, I think it's already been in the house.
That's a
right?
good point.
It left this it burnt the shrubbery. You could see it even as dark as the night. It was sort of like
So
outside the side.
when these
door.
guys have seen, I don't know. When these guys have seen this creature, it's always been in the evening, or no?
Do you know you're right,
Yeah.
What were you
Remember?
asking? Are you asking me?
No, I'm asking them.
Oh.
You know, Dr. Reynolds, yeah, you were looking at the file, and some of these guys, some of the patients were having hallucinations that, in light of recent events, may not have been. Do you remember?
Yeah, I'm thinking that's a relatively decent conclusion. I concur.
Who is that? And where is Alan? Maybe while we're upstairs getting the meds, we could take a peek in on Alan.
Yeah, he's upstairs, right?
Can we ask our cook there? I forget her name already.
Blanche.
Do we know who the person was who we killed?
Oh, that
That
was
was
Charles, the nurse, right?
That was Charles. Okay, we know who that was.
Wasn't that his name, Charles?
I wasn't sure.
I don't think you told me you dragged his body back.
No, we did not. But I was going to ask, but we could describe him. But if we know who, but if we've determined who he is, then that's fine.
Well, it was a large, muscular man.
He didn't introduce himself. He was too busy trying to bash your head in.
Well, I think we saw his dress, right? How was he dressed?
Scrubs.
Bloody scrubs. I mean, which implies to me that there's a fair chance that he was the nurse.
Did the scrubs have a name tag on the scrubs?
It was covered in the
Uh,
injury, dear.
I mean, everything was, you didn't tell me that you searched him very thoroughly. His scrubs were very bloody and tattered and muddy. And so it wouldn't have been immediately obvious unless you were telling me that you were looking specifically for that.
Yeah, I think we
All the other
didn't
staff.
come to our senses this time, I think.
I'm sorry, what was that, Velvet?
Velvet was saying that we didn't come to our senses in time to do that sort of a thing, somewhat out of character.
Now, I just, this is Mumsy being Mumsy. I'm sorry. I feel like she's a bit of a nudge, but she would like to check in on Alan. I think
Okay.
that's the name of the patient who's upstairs, the one who was.
Yeah, the one that was in. Yeah. Okay.
And Dr. Reynolds, perhaps you would come in with me because I
yes,
think
absolutely.
now I am rethinking what we took as a hallucination in that room. You said that it may have looked like it was an ancient portal. Perhaps it actually was. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm too smart to ignore the evidence.
Well, I mean, okay, whatever.
Except Velvet,
I'm pretty sure that we didn't see anything like that. I mean, I remember seeing a bunch of bats or something coming out of that window, but it was pretty creepy.
So, you want to go check on Alan in the guest room, Mumsy?
I would. I'd like at least Byron to come with me.
I'll go with you, of course.
Okay. So, I mean, are we saying that you were attempting first aid on yourselves in the office where the medical supplies were, or whatever?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
All right. So, Alan, are you bringing medication with you, or are you going to bring any of the sedatives or any sort of?
Yeah, whatever we've been giving these people, let's carry with us.
First aid supplies and things like that. Okay.
I put a sheet over my dead uncle.
Okay.
That was very respectful.
I think we're probably at the point in the adventure where I'm going to need you to sort of decide and tell me what supplies you take out of the medical cabinet at any time, so that you like put it in your inventory, and so we remember that you have it later.
You know, I am getting more and more concerned. I would like us to actually, I know it sounds crazy, but take everything from Mrs. Randolph. Let's just, like, what do you think? Do we?
You're gonna OD her?
No, but that we have it with us in case for some reason we need to evacuate the house. You know,
I see what you're saying.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, we do have the backpack. Can we get a few days worth?
Yeah, let's take a few days worth of everybody's medicine. 3 days.
Okay. I mean, only Mrs. Randolph has regular medication. Leonard can be administered sedatives on an as-needed basis if he is too wild to coin a phrase.
You guys should get some sedatives.
Leonard is pretty wild these days. What was that, Clark?
Yeah.
And the first aid stuff. I mean, honestly, it looks like it's a matter of survival till the Coast Guard comes.
All right. So whoever wants to take like bandages, antiseptic, sedatives. I mean, just about anything you can think of that a 1920s medical psychiatrist would have, you can take. If you can.
I'm not a doctor. I'm not going to hold on to the first aid.
All right.
You can take aspirin, sure.
Byron, looks like you're in charge of the meds. Is that okay?
Sure.
All right. So you're putting that in the backpack with the lead disc?
Ooh,
might want to wrap it up nicely.
The lead disc is pretty heavy. Jimmy,
and also,
hold on to
great.
that?
Oh, you want me to take the lead disc? I got the medallion and the lead disc. I can do that.
I'm just saying, or maybe Clark, someone like let's try to lighten the load on Byron here, who just took a hit on his head.
Yeah, so I can take the lead disc.
Okay, Clark's got the lead disc.
I'll hold on to the lead disc.
I got the medallion.
I'm not writing this down, so you guys are in charge of writing down your own inventories.
I'm writing down medallion.
Okay.
Writing down medical supplies.
Okay. And sedatives. Okay. So in any event, you go and check on Alan. his condition is not worse, but it's not better.
Okay.
He still is feverish, and basically he's like, he doesn't look like he's going to go into septic shock like soon, but so basically whatever you did, I can't remember what you told me you did before you left the house, but like you stabilized him.
Yeah.
But he's not great.
Hmm.
Okay. So what do we do about this, boys and Velvet?
Lock him in there.
No, well,
The guest
that's a
room
good
doesn't
thought. I
have
don't mean Alan in particular, but I mean Velvet's cats. Was
Cat.
it cats you said, Velvet?
Oh, bats.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
there were
bats.
coming
Yes,
out of the-
Velvet saw a lot of bats.
Yes.
You guys didn't tell us about the bats.
Yeah, I don't remember the bats.
Jimmy.
Well,
Ask him to tell us about
the
that.
well, yeah, right. I mean, maybe Mrs. Randolph is onto something, but we set fire to the lighthouse,
Yeah.
and at some point, all of these bats started coming out of the window, and really just an astonishing number. There must have been thousands of bats, and then they sort of flew right into the forest, if I recall, something along those. Yeah, I think that's what I saw.
I
It
make
was
it
dark, so it was hard to see.
I make a deception check to see if Velvet is lying.
That's going to be an opposed check, so I want you to make a persuade, or whatever is highest, persuade, bluff, or is there a bluff skill? Charm.
I'm looking.
Charm, sure.
I think I'm thinking of D&D when I say bluff.
I know. I was trying to think of what it was too. I'm gonna do charm. I failed.
Well, Missy
Sorry.
over here has to roll.
I gotta find it. 2 dice that work together. You can't tell that I'm lying. You can't tell if I'm lying. There's a better way to put it.
So I thought you mentioned there was some sort of monster, and now you're talking about bats.
I never said anything about the monster. That's what Mumpsy and Byron are talking about.
That's right.
All right. Well, anyway,
So-
okay.
Wait, all those dice. Remember this bag? All those dice came in my specially custom-made Cthulhu dice bags.
Oh, cool.
Do you know though? It's interesting. Who was it? Someone said something? Was it you, Velveteer, about the bats needing a new home?
No, I said that.
Oh, Jimmy, I think you might be onto something. What other structures are here on the island where he could find a little?
The tent from the. Didn't you guys tell us about the tent from the ornithologist?
There's a lot of bats.
Tent was kind of small though.
It was all smashed
so
up,
many
too.
bats. Yeah. Where else could they go? I mean, maybe one of the boathouse. Maybe the one of those cabins in the back.
They
hope they
could
don't
come
come in
through
the
the
house.
back door and turn one of us into like charred legs again.
See, this is what Mumpsy's worried about.
Maybe they
is the
were
house
like
safe.
fire bats. Maybe it's possible when they flap their wings really fast, it causes friction. Like the sort of like native technique for starting a fire.
Yeah.
And maybe there's so many bats that causes like heat. That's maybe what took that lady's leg.
That is
Velvet, you're very
the
smart.
story. Yes. Very,
Oh, I
very
don't believe
smart.
in vampires. That's ridiculous.
Now, Dr. Reynolds, in your research, you know, we talked about the portal and how it's messed up. Is there
Yes.
any way in your research where a creature could be banished through something similar?
Well, you'd have to probably open up a gate again, and then have a way to push it through. I would assume.
Right. I'm at a loss here, Byron.
Are you having this
Well-
conversation in Alan's room, by the way?
I hope not.
No, I think we stepped out into the hall.
Are you sure?
Because Alan might know something about this. We could certainly. I just don't want to upset Velvet.
If you need Velvet to step out, she can powder her nose.
Velvet, maybe you and Clark and Jimmy could step outside while Dr. Reynolds and I take another look at Alan. What do you think, Byron? Is it worth talking to him?
Can't hurt.
All right.
Sure, I've got a headache. I might go lie down.
I'll escort you, Velvet.
Don't try any funny business.
Clark will go with you both. Don't worry, Velvet.
Oh, that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah! Byron, I am reaching here. This is all new to me. So I leave it up to you, sir.
So tell me, are you in the room with Alan?
Now we are.
No, now we
No, well, Doc Reynolds and Doc Mumsy are.
Oh, so you stepped back in, but he did not overhear your discussion
Yes, I think that
about the portals and stuff.
Clark and Jimmy and Velvet are going to the room in which we all stayed last
The
night.
guest room, or yeah, the Dr. Brewer's.
But which is only right across the way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Dr. Reynolds, do you think we could ask? Would it be worth asking Alan about it, or would we only disturb?
I think, yeah. Let's. We gotta learn something. We gotta learn about this somehow, right?
Right. So when we go.
So what are you doing?
I'm knocking on the walls in Dr. Reynolds and Dr. whatever the doctor.
How do you want to approach this?
See if the walls are hollow. If there's a monster.
All right, well, before we go in there, let's discuss how we're gonna do this.
This is all new to me, Byron.
Give me a listen roll, Jimmy.
Oh.
You're beating on the walls. We all hear it.
You're like 2 rooms away.
Well, no, Jimmy is trying
We're across the hall. We're across like the upper floor of the.
Yeah,
parlor.
I'm knocking on the wall because I want to make sure that there's no monster going to be like in a hollow area of the walls. And I made the roll 14 out of 20.
Wow.
The walls do not sound hollow.
The walls do not sound. Oh.
The walls.
They do not sound hollow.
They don't sound hollow.
You trying to find a beam or something? What are you doing?
I thought maybe I'm just trying to look out for our safety, make sure the room is secure.
Are you doing anything else?
Don't break your only good hand's worth of nothing.
That's right, my left hand's broken. Clark, these people are insane.
Yeah, so
anything else
I'm
in Dr.
concerned.
Brewer's bedroom?
What was that, Clark?
So I'm concerned about these bats, though. Are we at risk because of these bats? Should we do something to protect ourselves, to protect the patients?
I mean, I don't know. It was super creepy coming out of that window, but I mean, I suppose if we should make sure all the doors are closed. The laundry room door, I think,
was blown out. Right?
Blown out, but I'm assuming we closed the back door. I imagine.
If we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we would have done that sort of automatically. We didn't discuss it. I'm not sure that we would have left it open. I feel like we'd be all creeped out and try to close it, please.
Yeah, that sounds.
Although I don't know that we have any way to secure it either. Not
Right.
to say that. Not to say
There
that.
is a lock on the interior door of the laundry room.
Yeah.
So you could potentially secure the house by locking the laundry door that leads from the laundry to the patient hallway.
You're saying that the hallway has a lock or the laundry room has a lock?
It's both. Like basically, you could lock it from either side.
I see.
With the key.
Yeah. On both sides.
Right.
I don't know. What do you all think? And would the keeper allow us to retroactively say we would have locked the back door?
I think we would have done it instinctively.
I think so too, but
I can't imagine leaving the door open.
It's the keeper's decision.
All right, fine. You can have locked it.
All right, excellent.
I don't think that there's any scenario where we just leave that open.
Okay.
All right.
In fact, I'd probably stick a chair under it and maybe a
Oh,
dresser in
right.
front of it.
Ginger looks like she's dying to say something.
No,
Well,
I'm
I'm
teasing
no,
David
I'm
because
sorry.
She's got a pretzel as a cigarette.
Oh,
So apparently Doc Mumsy's got cigarettes.
everyone smokes in the
Mumsy
20s.
eats cigarettes for breakfast.
Mumsy, yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you doing anything else in the bedroom? And if not, shall we cut to Byron and Mumsy trying to talk to Alan?
Clark, I'm out of ideas. You got any ideas right now?
Not at the moment. I just want to make sure that we protect ourselves and the patients for the evening. But we'll talk to the docs when they get back.
Okay.
Man of
Velvet is
honor,
already
that's
snoring.
You are in Jimmy. You recognize some of the little tchotchkes and pictures on the dresser that you are in fact in Dr. Brewer's bedroom right now.
Jimmy sheds a tear.
All right, Mumsty and Byron, tell me what you're doing.
All right. So before we go in there, let's come up with a little plan here. What
Okay.
exactly do we want to ask him? What do we want to know about? What do we want to start with?
Well, maybe we could reassure him that we've seen the monster too.
Yes, that's
Um,
good.
Is there any way he knew enough how to create the portal? How did he get that information? Maybe that would help us figure out how to get it.
How to get rid of it. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So we go in together, right?
Mhm.
And what's his condition right now?
Like I said, he's pretty feverish. He seems to be in a fairly fitful sleep right now. He hasn't noticed you coming and going.
Does he? And he has an actual fever still?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I can't remember if we decided there was like a fever reducer in the 20s. You probably gave him aspirin, but that was hours ago.
Wow.
Okay. So let's wake him up and give him some more aspirin.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
let's see how coherent he is when we wake him up.
He kind of stirs and like peers at you. He doesn't say much, but he's fairly compliant. Like if you're going to sit him up to make him take the medicine, and he'll take whatever you put in front of him right now. But he looks a little bit just sort of foggy and confused.
Do we have anything in our basket of tricks here that calms the nerves, as they'd say?
I mean, you have sedatives,
right?
So, or you've always got psychoanalysis and you've always got hypnosis.
Right.
I'm very good at psychoanalysis, Byron, but I would need you to tell me what to ask or what we're looking for.
Right.
This is more your area.
Should I just want to kind of state this guy's in. Do we really want to upset him while he's feverish?
I think it's almost an emergency. Like, how much more time do we have? But
okay, so let's approach him by let's give him a little bit of a sedative first.
Okay.
Just to kind of keep him calm. Not enough to kind of knock him out.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit to keep him calm.
So morphine was a thing.
I think they're trying to keep him calm.
I see.
So if you're going to administer any drugs to him,
yes.
I'm going to need a successful medicine roll.
Sure.
Or a successful psychiatry, whichever is higher.
I've got 80
medicine.
psychology.
What do you
have? Psychology is not medicine.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said psychology.
No, psychiatry.
Oh, no, I don't even see psychiatry on my
psychoanalysis.
I can't remember now about character creation. Maybe I didn't tell you to put psychiatry as a specialty. So I guess it would just be straight up medicine roll then.
Okay, so mine's a 40.
Is that a success?
No, I have no. I'm saying that I'm asking.
Oh, I have 51.
Ginger's got 51.
Why don't you do this?
Mumsy's got 51.
And I rolled 50.
Ooh.
Okay.
Enough.
So you appear to successfully administer some sedatives. You can't really see a difference in his demeanor. He was kind of foggy and out of it.
So, so I guess we kind of approach him with we've seen the creature. How does he react?
Completely does not react. Do you want to use a psychoanalysis or hypnosis?
Sure. None of us have hypnosis, I think.
Oh no, Ginger's got 32.
I've got
hypnosis.
Oh, you have hypnosis.
Hypnosis is a special thing in this scenario.
Yes.
So just to remind you about hypnosis in this scenario,
Oh, right. You can do it. Yes, I remember that.
any character in the medical profession. So I think we did a roll, and we decided if you had hypnosis by rolling,
right,
and then we
we did.
decided what your hypnosis score was by rolling.
Oh, I do. I have hypnotism right there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I have a 34.
To successfully hypnotize someone, the target must be willing, and you must make a successful hypnosis roll. You must be physically close to the target. If the hypnosis roll fails, the hypnotist is never able to hypnotize that particular subject. If hypnosis succeeds, the hypnotist can hypnotize that target as many times as they agree without rolling again.
Yeah, yours is higher than mine. Keeper, you mentioned psychoanalysis. Would that be helpful in this situation to help Alan tell us what he saw?
Yeah, I mean, psychoanalysis is basically a skill that's going to allow you to kind of get past someone's mental health issues to try to have a conversation with them. I've been,
So why don't you try
allowing
that?
you to apply it all kinds of ways, just so you know, like for hypnosis, you can use it as an aid to psychoanalysis. So if you can first hypnotize your subject, you add 25% else to your psychoanalysis skill when treating that patient thereafter. You can have a post-hypnotic suggestion, so you can cause the target to perform a single particular action without apparent volition. Although the target will not accept a suggestion contrary to his or her normal behavior and desires.
Right.
You can use hypnosis as an aid to memory. Fragmented or buried memories can sometimes be dredged up through hypnosis.
Oh yeah, that's what we want.
And then you can use hypnosis to alleviate, ease, or temporarily erase the symptom of pain in a patient. Yeah.
Okay, so all right, so mine's a little higher than yours. Is that right?
As far as hypnosis, yes, I have 30.
All right, so let's try that first. I'm gonna roll.
Roll well.
Okay, but you gotta
I roll a
ask
14.
him. He has to be willing.
Oh,
well, he's
man.
not able to be willing or not willing.
How unwilling would he be? He's kind of out of it.
I mean, I would have liked you to ask him, but that's fine. Go ahead. I'll call that a success.
I just assume that. I would assume that kind of. I mean, you don't necessarily have to ask somebody to hypnotize them. You can kind of.
Well, fair. I mean, I'm big into affirmative consent in general, but sure.
I know, but yeah. Good point.
So anyway, but he didn't say no, so it must have been yes.
All right, so I got a hard success on that.
Or you had said they had to be willing.
Okay, let's not go there.
Anyway,
I got a hard success.
I don't think the level of success matters. Basically, a success means that you have now successfully hypnotized him, and you can successfully hypnotize him as many times as you want again, and he is willing to be hypnotized. You don't have to roll for him, this particular patient, again.
Got it.
So now you can aid to psychoanalysis. So if you have hypnotized him now, you can add 25% to your Byron's psychoanalysis skill when speaking to him. And again, the post-hypnotic suggestion, an aid to memory or to alleviate pain or other suffering.
Okay. So let's give him a suggestion that he's feeling better. That will help.
You mean physically better?
Physically better.
Okay.
That you're comfortable, that you're calm, that you're...
All right. He's still not saying anything, but he's very fixatedly staring at Byron. And when Byron makes the suggestion that he does not feel any pain, his body does seem to relax a little bit.
Okay. Okay, so
Clark, you taking notes on everything that's happening here?
So we tell him to be calm, to think back, to not be upset about thinking back, right? sort of the same sort of the scenarios that you kind of hear when somebody trying to hypnotize them about something that happened in their past.
Oh,
Right. The past can't hurt you. That so on and so on and so on for a few minutes of that.
Sure.
And then I want to ask him, we're going to talk about when you learned about those who wait. Isn't that what it was?
You are good. That's right.
Mm.
Oh, Mumpsy's very impressed.
When did you first hear about them?
You can first turn the pages.
I need the dice, please.
Uh-oh, she needs dice.
How dead are you?
While I'm doing this, Mumpsy's looking behind me.
Oh yeah.
Every time I kind of do something creative, I got hit in the head.
I'm a believer. I'm keeping an eye out. Also, I'm
Okay.
kind of listening for Clark and Jimmy. Poor Velvet's trying to get a little rest.
So when you use the phrase "those who wait," Alan suddenly sits bolt upright, and his eyes get wide, and he looks terrified. And he says, "Those who wait, those who wait. No one's ever defeated except for one. But you won't do it. You're not going to do it. He's mad now. He's mad now, and he's going to take you, and he's going to take you, and he's going to take me, and the only person who's ever defeated him can't do it." And then he kind of slumps
Why
down.
can't they do it?
Oh man,
He out? That's all he said? And he's out?
No, he's not out, but he
Okay.
stopped talking. He stopped.
Okay.
He sort of slumped, like he sort of sat bolt upright when you said
Who
those who wait.
defeated those who wait?
Good question.
It's a long, long time ago.
Yes.
Long time. She's dead and dust now.
Okay. She's dead in dust. Was happened to have been in Egypt?
Long time ago.
Because we read something about, didn't we read something about someone had a past life in Egypt?
Yeah, Darlene.
Darlene, right?
Is Clark in the room?
I think you can. Maybe
no.
they snuck over and are
They're
listening.
eavesdropping. Okay.
I do remember that.
I think Jimmy wants to maybe do something. I'm not sure.
Can I do a spot hidden roll to find a deck of cards?
Yeah, why don't you play some cards while we're doing it?
Do a spot hidden.
Velvet, you rest. Jimmy, you want to play some
This
cards?
door's so loud, I can't hear anything.
And this is when Jimmy invented Dominion.
This is when Jimmy invented Dominion. I failed my spot hidden.
You want to push the roll?
No.
Maybe you should.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go back to the doctors.
Okay. Long ago. How long ago? Where?
In the river.
In the river. In the river.
But you're not, we're all, he's going to take all of us. We're all going to die.
We could send him back.
To the river?
Sure. Why not?
Wait, Anna's looking in the book. And the keeper's looking in the book.
Stop metagaming. I'm going to roll now just because.
Oh, see? You're not helping me. Why are you not helping me? You're making her roll. Go away. He's not in the room. Don't listen to him.
Go in the hallway.
Dominion.
Play cards with.
Yes, go play cards and let the grown-ups play here.
I failed the spot hidden roll.
Failed the spot
deck
check.
of cards.
Okay.
Pennies.
What was that, Velvet?
What would we need to send it back?
Alan sits bolt upright again, and when he speaks, his voice is completely different. It's deeper and scratchier, and he says, "Mortal, how dare you play with what you don't understand? Let me give you a demonstration of my power before I come for you." And then basically Alan's body just starts to like dissolve and melt in front of your eyes. And
Oh, that's not good.
he starts screaming, and the whole I won't get into too much detail because we have
Go ahead, I'm okay.
but basically he melts in front of you.
This happens a lot when you hypnotize somebody. This is not an uncommon side effect.
I can unplug my ears now. Okay.
And both of you are going to have to give me a sanity roll.
All right.
Clark, you and I are in the right place at the right time all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna get out of this.
Come out completely unscathed from this.
Yeah.
Byron, if you fail your sanity roll, you're going insane again because you're now already insane. So you're
All right. Let's just see what happens.
I failed. I rolled 94.
Hey.
All right, you get a 1d6.
I super succeeded. 9.
All right,
1d6.
you're still gonna lose a point of sanity, Byron, but I won't make you do a bout of madness this time. But I want to know
getting used to this.
What Mumsy rolled. What did she roll?
I rolled 2.
Only a 2 out of a 1d6?
Right.
Damn.
I have a witness. She's so tough. I swear she's so smart.
All right.
Seen it all.
Okay. So sadly, I do not get to take over either of you, but Alan is beyond help now.
Yeah, I'd say he probably is.
Yeah.
We don't want to make a medicine check. Maybe if we get a super success, we can kind of put them back together.
Like Terminator. Like he's gonna come back together and turn it.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Byron, in your understanding of the occult, do you have any idea what just happened?
Yeah, I've never seen that. That's not. No, that's not good. Okay then.
I don't know what to do. Should we?
Well, we gotta go bring it to the river.
Well, those amulets of protection, right?
I got it.
There were 2 of them. Do you think
this creature lived in a van down by the river?
Okay.
What are you gonna do with your life?
So you got it. Why are you looking at me? Did you watch Saturday Night Live? Come on. You didn't.
Mom, she's like,
yeah. No. I'll send it to you.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you want to do with your life?
Okay, I'm gonna send you that video later, and you're gonna know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
So should okay. What do you think the chances are the Coast Guard saw the alert? And
they saw the burning thing. I'm hoping.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm hoping somebody's coming.
So should we should we try to gather everyone in one safe spot and have the amulets there and do whatever the occult people are supposed to do, burn candles or chant or Byron help me out here? What do we do?
So we didn't. The river. Could the river be? Wait a minute. All right, this is crazy. It's kind of connects some things together though.
Okay.
What if the river is the Nile River in Egypt? Wasn't there a connection with Egypt with all this at one point we were talking about, or just her?
Darlene, didn't you read up on the
knows
file
when they hypnotized Darlene thought she was some ancient priestess or something from Egypt.
I think when you read
why don't we hypnotize Darlene?
Oh my gosh, I wonder if she would even remember.
We keep turning people into goo, but
It happened one time.
I know, it only happened once, right? But I think that's because this guy had a kind of a personal relationship with this guy.
Yeah, and he
only happened once.
Oh, I was gonna say we lost Velvet. She turned into goo.
The maid, and you also who else did you
kill? The maid.
Oh, look, she's already got the
damn
ornament.
She's got the bird.
The monster's already going for the
already. It's these. I loved those ornaments.
Yeah, we have several Christmas ornaments on our tree that look like birds, and our cat Sookie just.
Oh, it's probably just.
It's just the greatest. It's like, oh my God, they made a whole just for me of toys to play with.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, one moment.
They make such a nice tinkly sound when they break. It's so pretty. And then the humans back him up the sharp bits. All right,
Okay,
Byron, that was
that's the only idea that I've got because I don't know what else the river would be,
It makes
unless
sense.
it's some sort of like
to me.
spiritual river.
Really?
It's a bit discouraging in that the river's awfully far from here.
But maybe it doesn't have to be. Maybe it just has to be a body of water.
Oh, I like that idea because there's plenty of water around here.
There is plenty of water.
And the monster
Just
was
because we like it, just because we like it doesn't mean it's going to work. So, in the wait, the ships also have that symbol on the bottom of their boats. That could be to ward off something. Maybe that's some sort of ward. That symbol is the same symbol that we found in that was scratched up, or no? Were they the same symbol?
I don't know.
Different symbols.
The same symbol that.
The symbol around Ebenezer's neck and the symbol you found on the ship are the same.
What about the symbols on the wall? That was different.
Oh, no, that's not the same. No,
that's different.
That was a gate. That wasn't really a symbol.
Right, I know. So I'm thinking one might be for warding and one might be for bringing it in.
Byron, perhaps we should rejoin the young men who have the amulets of protection.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah.
So, now, when you guys,
let's go find.
when we saw, so let's go in. Is Velvet? Are you asleep? Is Velvet sleeping?
Stop snoring.
Velvet's passed out.
I have to deal with it enough at night.
You need a CPAP.
Okay, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I need a kick in the
So I asked the doctors,
Jimmy,
how's Alan doing? Is he getting any better?
Is he dead?
He kind of melted.
Melted? What do you mean melted?
Did you guys light him on fire too?
Yeah, I'm not doing too good with patience here. I'm 0 for 2 now.
Now listen, boys, let's make it clear while Velvet's resting. Velvet had a very difficult night. Let's just say that Alan is not as crazy as we thought he was.
Yes.
There is a
And
monster.
he's we're not gonna have to worry about him for anymore.
Yep. In fact, I'm going to take my pencil. I'm going to put a big X through the whole section.
Dr. Reynolds. Dr. Reynolds,
Oh,
are
no.
you the murderer?
I'm sorry,
I'm
Keeper,
starting to
did
feel
we
like
mess
one.
up the game here?
What? They don't have malpractice insurance in 1929, do they? Because I probably should take that out.
They don't what in 1920?
Malpractice insurance. I'm 0 for 2 with patience.
If you save one though, that's 333. That'll get you in the Hall of Fame.
Win some,
Okay,
you
that's a
lose
good
some.
point. That's a good
Save
point.
some, you lose some. There you go.
Hell, even save yourself.
Yeah, but they don't usually melt.
Now I got malaria.
So Jimmy and Clark, it looks like that Dr. Reynolds' experience and studies in the occult may have more validity than I ever earlier suspected. And the objects that you carry may actually be wards. You think, Byron?
Now, what's that?
You're saying that the amulets the boys here are carrying could be wards?
Well, it might be some sort of ward or protection, but we need something to send this thing back.
So do you have
Wherever
the
it came
idea
from, we got to send it back to there.
What was that, Clark?
So I pick up the big lead object and say, well, how do we use this? How do we use this?
That I don't know. So since we have a whole bunch of patients that for some reason all are tied into having had strange experiences with past life regression under hypnosis. So maybe whatever this guy was doing here in the occult, maybe somehow that triggered, it was related to the experiences these people were having. So if we re-hypnotize them, they've already been hypnotized once, so maybe it won't be too hard to hypnotize them again if they allow us. Maybe we can find something out.
That's
Clark, I didn't follow what the doc was saying. Did you follow that?
Yeah, well, we know that from the reports that Darlene, as well as Alan, and Leonard also were previously
Right.
hypnotized. Doctors, are you planning on hypnotizing Darlene or Leonard? See if they
I
have.
think I want to hypnotize Jimmy first.
What?
Let's see what that does.
Okay, yeah. Why not?
Why me?
What does Jimmy
Because
know?
you were related to him.
Dr. Brewer.
Maybe there's a family history.
Interesting.
You were talking about
Like there's something called ancestral memory.
Oh, never heard of that.
Yeah, that's where ancestrally you carry memories throughout your lifetime from your past descendants. So maybe there's something buried in you that might help us here.
Oh, I think that's brilliant.
Side effects include melting, though. So
There's nothing buried inside of me.
Side
effects include melting.
Melting. Headache.
I think it's worth the risk.
Diarrhea.
I think we should try it, Jimmy.
Talk about how you have patience or something like that. I'm running out of patience.
I think this is worthwhile to try.
I think Velvet wants to wake up, and if there's any popcorn available, she'll be watching.
I might have some
Jimmy,
PTSD.
Just look at the pencil, Jimmy. Follow the pencil with your eyes.
Give me a hypnotism roll, Byron.
All right.
He looks willing.
I got an 11.
You are so hypnotized.
Ooh.
Okay. There you go. Okay, Jimmy. Be relaxed, Jimmy. Be very relaxed.
Oh my God, this is so good.
That does not look relaxed, Jimmy. It looks like you're about to have a stroke. All right, so let's see if we can relax Jimmy and put him into a state of complete relaxation. And we're going to go back, Jimmy. We're going to go back. We're going to go back and back and back.
I'm wearing that
really
amulet.
far back.
I'm wearing that amulet.
Just let the keeper know. Right. Okay.
I also want you to concentrate on not melting.
Not
melting. How far back can I take Jimmy?
He hasn't said a word yet.
I know. Can I take Jimmy back past when he's 5, 3,
Sure.
1?
Sure. What the fuck? Go ahead.
Let's take Jimmy back to the time before he was Jimmy. Does he remember anything? Oh my God! Something just moved when I said that. It scared the crap out of me.
Jimmy, it is entirely up to you if you remember anything.
Pretty pebbles.
So nothing useful comes out of that. Jimmy does not have any remembrance of a past life.
I mean, that's up to Jimmy, but Keeper's dice said no.
Okay.
The Keeper is not going to feed Jimmy any information for this.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
all right, then
great
in that
Ra.
case, Jimmy.
Oh, great Ra.
Oh, great Ra. Hand me that sandwich.
All right, so
Byron, your tip about the Nile maybe is working. You're hypnotized, dear.
More like denial.
No, Ra's my grandmother's name. We call it Ra.
Rod's my grandmother's name.
Okay, so
All right, let's take Jimmy out of being hypnotized.
You want to give him any suggestions?
Yeah, I was debating.
whose side are you on, Keeper?
Yeah, I
The
thought of
side
that.
of chaos, obviously.
That's fine. Let's see. Jimmy, anytime you hear the word kumquat, you will immediately fall asleep. I don't know, I just made it up.
This is a phobia I'm writing down.
Great.
It might come in handy.
This is fascinating, Byron. Just fascinating. Yeah.
Isn't it?
This is one of those modern techniques, I suppose.
Clark's going to have so much to write about when he gets home.
Yeah. If he gets off his island. Not that anyone's going to believe any of this.
You're getting a Pulitzer Prize, Clark, for this.
Yeah.
Now, Mopsy,
Well,
just,
I mean,
just in
I thought you
case.
were going to tell him that his left hand is no longer broken or something, you know.
No.
Something
I don't think I can't unbreak a hand. He might damage himself more by doing that.
No, the kumquat / falling asleep is much more important in this story.
Now, just one other thing before we take him out. Mopsy,
Yeah.
just in case in a future life you end up married to Jimmy, is there anything you want me to put in there as a suggestion
Well,
for
now
future
that we're in
reference?
the realm of just the total supernatural. How about, let me see. If
This game has been derailed.
Game has been
The
derailed.
greatest session we've had.
let me see. The word chocolate will inspire him to immediately bring chocolate to the future wife.
Chocolate to a wife.
Yeah. How about that?
Unsweetened vegan chocolate to a wife.
There you go.
Clean the car.
Give me ideas.
Clean out wife's car. Clean out wife's car.
Clean out wife's car.
Get a
word-
shop
the
back
word-
for Christmas.
The word poinsettia. And you will clean the wife's car. Can you
There
add
you
that?
go. Okay, all right. So
I
we'll
don't know
stick
what
that in there too.
is, but it just kind of
Yeah, we can put that just in case. I mean, it's a random thing that could possibly happen, right? But I mean, what would be the chance? But you never know. So
My whole world has been rocked in the past few hours, Byron. So thank you.
okay. Okay, so Jimmy,
also,
you may now wake up and feel refreshed,
You got
as if you got a
cigarette?
full night's sleep.
Let's test it.
I got some
Kumquat.
drool. Hold on a second. What'd you guys do to me? I'm
Jimmy,
drooling.
Jimmy, kumquat.
There he goes.
It worked. That was great.
It does work great.
Hey, chocolate.
Yeah. Oh, he's going too.
Well, you know what?
Awesome.
I think I might give up the whole doctor thing and just become like a marriage counselor.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
Wow. I
we
was,
get
coming,
serious.
Let's go.
I was coming up with other ideas. I'll be ready next time you hypnotize him then, Byron. Okay. Jimmy, are you okay? Wake up, dear. Wake up.
I'm fine. For some reason, I
All
went
right,
to
so
the
that
kitchen
didn't
and
work.
found some chocolate.
Oh, all right.
All right, so that didn't work. Why don't we try? Do we want to try hypnotizing? See if she'll let us hypnotize her. What's our Darlene? Thank you. I keep forgetting her name. Thank you.
Unacceptable. This is not chocolate.
What did you get?
Marshmallow candies, which is
Oh, there's marshmallows. That's
yeah,
why they're
that's
not
what this
eating.
white
I'm
thing.
sorry.
That's why I haven't touched them.
Oh,
Did you guys hypnotize Velvet too?
Byron,
No.
you should probably make sure Mrs. Randolph gets her medicine. I know this sounds mundane, but Blanche is going to totally lose it. If
It's
Mrs.
also
Randolph-
now after 10 because you spent some time turning Alan into goo and talking to so like it's after bedtime. Now I want.
All right. So you guys want? Should we try to get a good night's sleep?
Yeah.
Let's go back to. So we found his bedroom, right? The one who's the head guy here. I forget his name.
Byron, I know
You stayed in
you're
his
tired.
room.
We have to take care of the patients.
Yeah, right. Did we check that room over or no?
I looked for playing cards.
That was it. let's look in that room again. Can we give that room a look over before we go to bed? See if there's any notes in there or books or because we don't
Give
want any
me a
books.
spot hidden.
What's that?
Give me a spot hidden.
A spot hidden. Oh, I can do that.
Don't want what?
Look around you. Like, do you want to?
A 76. That is pretty bad.
That is bad.
Whoa.
I rolled a 10.
That's better.
Well, it's your spot hidden though.
25.
Oh,
Better than 10.
you got
I'm
a
sure.
success.
Mumsy, you underneath the bed find a crumpled pair of women's panties, and inside at the back of the sock drawer, the top drawer of his dresser, you find a piece of paper that is taped, and it has 3 numbers on it.
They're not 666, are they?
No, they are 2-digit numbers each of them.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, a combination.
Is this actually serious? This is unbelievable.
Hold on.
Every combination is the same.
Go back.
Right. Excellent.
So the
numbers
women's
are-
panties, do they happen to be his size or someone else's size? 'Cause
Only Jimmy would really know
right.
his panty size.
How would I know anything about panties from my uncle?
Did this fit you?
Maybe we have to go back to your childhood again. I don't know. This is starting to take a really dark turn, though.
And what are the numbers on this piece of paper?
32, 46, 21.
Okay. So I think those are future lottery numbers.
They sure sound like a combination lock to me.
Yeah, I would
Doc
think so.
Reynolds.
So,
The
numbers
library
again? I'm sorry.
reference number?
but we haven't found a safe.
46, 21.
No, there's the safe.
No, we did. There was a safe in his office.
There's a safe in his office.
Oh, there was. We didn't open that.
Well, we couldn't open.
Oh,
Combination.
forgot about that. Okay.
I
That's good
think
to
we should
know.
open that safe.
So he's either having an affair with, having a relationship with someone.
Darlene.
If there's women's panties under the bed, that's not.
Well, likely Nurse
Purple.
Ames, I would think. They were purple?
The nurse or the maid or who knows who.
That's highly unethical.
Yes, it is.
It's better than sleeping with a patient.
Mm.
And Dr. Brewer was highly regarded in this field. This is deeply disappointing.
Maybe it was the cleaning ladies. Just left there by accident.
In his bedroom.
And after she got her legs burned off, her panties fell there.
Yeah, yeah.
Stranger things have happened.
They sure have.
Okay, let's check out the safe, gentlemen.
Who's doing the safe?
The safe
I think we
opening
need a
is
better
next
description of
to
the panties. Hold on. Are they frilly
Oh.
panties? Are they grandma panties? Like, what sort of age group are we looking at here that this might belong to? I think it's a relevant question.
Well,
Okay.
first of all, I take issue with your assigning an age to
Okay.
either frilly panties or granny panties.
All right. Good
I
point.
have worn either fashion at either age, depending
Okay, good
on
point.
the circumstance.
I think it was more like
I stand chastised.
And Mumsy
I
has
think-
never worn panties.
it was more
she
how-
wears
Oh,
drawers.
Fair enough. Who did
Okay.
that? That's scandalous. Is there a size lid?
Yeah,
What is the size?
8, I guess.
Okay, great. But it doesn't matter insofar as maybe we can match it with somebody's.
Oh, because it's gonna be like Cinderella. We can ask everybody to try them on.
Let's go all the women to try.
Yeah, right. Here, why don't you try these on?
Now,
Louis.
Velvet, did you change your clothes last night? I mean, do these look familiar to you, dear?
Oh my God.
If these panties are in this module, I'm gonna freak out.
His body's still in the office if you want to check the size.
I
No.
Actually-
Nobody's touching my uncle. I'm gonna give him a proper burial. I got a gun, and
Right, but are you? I don't know.
All
I'm
right,
telling
let's
you,
check this safe.
nobody's gonna nobody can say any word whatsoever to move me away from protecting my uncle.
Not even
I
the
would-
word kumquat.
Okay. Oh, Fiverr, that was so helpful.
Sorry.
Okay,
That was just awful.
Clark, while Jimmy's out, if we're in the office, would you please just quickly look under the blanket to make sure that Dr. Brewer is wearing men's underwear?
What happened?
Jimmy, come, Clark.
All right, so let's go back to, since we have the combination to the safe, let's go back and do that first.
Yeah,
before we go.
I say let's go open the safe.
Yeah.
Jimmy just
Slightly more salient
the edge of-
than undergarments.
All right, Mumsy will check his underwear, and I'll go open the safe.
I'm gonna check. Oh, all right. I'm a medical person.
I actually hit my head.
Actually, in my
In
head.
the safe, there you find legal papers, contracts, investment bonds, and a copy of a book.
And
And the book is labeled the Castro manuscript.
label what?
Castro manuscript. And it would take a long time to try to decipher it. It is, as you flip through it, largely incoherent. But there has been a page that has been dog-eared. And let me put my phone. I'm going to send you. Here it is. I'm going to put it in Discord. The page.
Thank you.
And David stepped away, so and I don't know how to. I'm not sure what to do without messing up his stream. So maybe someone could read it out loud from Discord.
Sure, I'll do so.
And Keeper, while Velvet is turning to the right page, what did Mumsy see? Is Dr. Brewer wearing men's or women's underwear?
He is wearing men's underwear.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
It was worth a look. Poor Jimmy.
He
He hit his head as he went down.
I'm working on it.
I'm personally concerned. I'm wondering how close Blanche was to Dr. Brewer.
Oh,
Because she did have run of the house.
Yes.
Right, but don't you think she would be more upset about his death? She seemed kind of
Yeah, she did. Yeah, right. I'm
upset,
curious
but not that upset.
I'm curious about the Velvet is curious about the maid, and Velvet is curious about the Darlene. All right, so the dog-eared page is titled "The Marked Page in the Castro Manuscript," and it says this. And it was said when, quote, those who wait came unto the land of Pharaoh, they laid waste to the country and were not stopped until faced and destroyed by the priestess Aniphis of the temple of Bast. They moved by night, fearing Ra, and shunned also the rushing water. And the stones were made by her, and they, carried by the priest, drove the creatures into
Oh my God. I'm awesome.
and took them to the sea, and there they were destroyed. Aniphis died of her injuries, and so it is said, died the secret of the stones. She was buried in a tomb in a place which has yet to be discovered.
Okay.
Byron,
So,
you have all kinds
Byron,
of things going on.
We had
Byron,
notes. We had notes on her.
Yeah, we have to talk to Darlene.
Yeah.
Where was the notes on Darlene?
Do you have her file still there?
Like extras from Darlene's files. Here we go. Who did she think she was?
If you need me to retake the picture, just
No, I found it's up there if you scroll up.
okay.
Discord, love it.
Yeah.
David and Ginger, do you want me to text you a picture of Darlene's? Because it's a bit long to read out, and I know you can't.
In Discord.
Yeah, that's her
David-
name. Much
David can
of
go
the
to
odd
Discord.
mythology that Anifa speaks of brings to mind the possessions experienced by the patient. Harding and seems tinted at the occasional ravings of Hawkins. This pops into a root mythic form of common to all men. So is that who she thought she was?
One of her personalities was in that.
Yes, that was her personality. Oh, look at this. Okay, we really got to hypnotize her because she is the one who knows how to get rid of this thing.
Let's go get her.
The stones are. The Nile was the river, which I am amazed that I even said that.
Done. Yeah, you picked that out.
But that's awesome. Okay, so now I'm excited. All right, so now we need. What do we do? Do we go to sleep tonight? What do we do?
Well, we have to calm down Catherine Reynolds, or Blanche is going to murder them all.
I think that's right. We probably have to do our sort of
do the
responsibilities. Shall we make the rounds?
And if this woman dies while doing this, well, let's talk to her. If there's any way, Mumsy's pretty brave. She's willing to do it. If Darlene can't, but let's. So, shall we go down and medicate poor Mrs. Randolph?
Sure. Can't
check on Blanche.
We can go by and then swing downstairs to get Darlene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's getting late, but
yeah.
What are we at right now? About 11:30.
I mean, yeah, probably about that. Between all the hypnotizing and searching and reading and everything else, yeah.
Honestly, I can. Dr. Mumsy, for myself, I will not sleep this night. I can't imagine being able to sleep tonight. I'm glad you got a little nap there, Velvet.
But she's probably asleep, and not for anything. She wasn't the most hospitable and.
Yeah, she may not be willing.
Person. We might be better dealing with her in the morning.
Oh boy. Okay.
What do you think?
Jimmy, Clark.
Jimmy, what do you think? Clark, what do you think?
I'll defer to your judgment, doctors.
Oh please! Oh no!
They keep failing their roles.
Obviously, Darlene is the key, though. We definitely need to speak.
Right? Yeah, I think so.
So, when we go down, can we medicate? Keeper, we go down to medicate.
Sorry, I'm being distracted because chocolate is being placed in front of me.
I'm sorry.
I was wondering why Steve keeps getting up in the middle of the game, and I'm like, what's going on? But
he's searching for chocolate. Oh, you got chocolate too.
Anyway, so you're asking me. I'm sorry. You're asking me what?
What are we doing? I think we're just trying to decide what to do.
Yeah, we want when we enter the. We're gonna go.
Mumpy says we probably won't sleep tonight anyway. But.
So we at least need to go down and take care of Mrs. Randolph, right? And do we want to even attempt to medicate Hawkins downstairs, or do we just let him scream? We have to get Darlene out of there, though, if that's what's happening.
Yeah, I think you're right, Mumsy. I think that based on this new information, even though this whole thing honestly seems kind of like nonsense, perhaps you're right that we should keep close eye on Darlene.
Well, Darlene's again. I'm assuming Darlene's asleep by now. Well, we'd have to wake her up.
Well, let's check because she has that. The neighbor was screaming when we left. He was.
Okay. All right. So let's go check on Darlene.
And when we go to Mrs. Randolph, is Mrs. Randolph still alive, or has Blanche slaughtered her yet for all the noise?
Blanche can't reach her. Blanche only has her own key. Right. Blanche is basically, as soon as you pop your head into that patient room, she's on you like a shot. She's been looking out for you. Do you know what time it is? She's pretty TO'd.
Yeah.
The screaming from Mrs. Randolph has sort of faded into just like gibbering sobbing. So it's not as loud as it was when you first checked on them, but like, it's not pleasant. And Henry Adam Barber III has sort of basically just laid down with a pillow over his head. The Colonel is still sitting in his wheelchair because he's in Blanche's room and his own room is not accessible. So.
Okay. Dr. Reynolds, would you like to give Catherine her medicine?
I suppose we should do that.
And Blanche, I have troubling news, dear. It seems that Alan has passed away.
Yes. Yes, he melted.
So
It seems he has passed away.
It looks like we don't, I don't want you to be worried about having to make lunch for him or anything. He's no longer in the picture.
Even burying him won't be a problem because he melted.
He's just kind of seeping through the floorboards as we speak.
You might need a mop.
Like an alien just dripping through the.
Gosh.
To this bucket.
Yeah. So, wow. Let me think about that for a minute.
By the way, just so you know, I wanted to announce it earlier, but I do need a hard stop at 11 for me, at least. I don't know.
Okay.
I gotta get up
early.
I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. Got to get up at 5.
Oh my god!
Oh wow!
So
Crazy shifts.
Yep.
USPS, they rock.
Just the season, yeah.
All right.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Fine. So Blanche expresses an appropriate amount of shock and horror, but she does remind you that it is way past that time, and asks you to put Colonel Billings back in his room and to please, dear God, take care of Mrs. Randolph. We can't hear one more minute of sobbing.
I don't know how you do it, Blanche. Thank you so much. So, Jimmy and Clark, maybe you could help the Colonel to his bed.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So Colonel gets put to bed, and then, for the sake of expediency, let's just assume that Dr. Reynolds is able to successfully give Mrs. Randolph her dose because he has done so successfully in the past, and it's not interesting to roll for that anymore.
Yeah.
So go ahead and assume that she is settled down, the Colonel is settled down. You don't hear anything from Henry Adam Barber. Blanche, goes to bed muttering to herself about how the whole house is off their schedule and she just doesn't know what to do about it. And that's the patient in the first floor.
And then downstairs we have Leonard and Darlene, right?
Correct.
I'm glad you Doc Mumsey's
some of Victor too probably stripped through the floorboards. So he's probably down there also.
Well, he was on the second floor, so he's dripped down to the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
that's good.
Yeah, so I hope that you weren't planning on eating that dinner that Blanche.
Yeah. Well,
suddenly not hungry.
Yeah. So anyway, are you telling me that you're going downstairs to check on the downstairs patient?
Absolutely. Yes. Why not?
I did not say that. I said meatloaf.
Oh, meatloaf.
Yeah. So as you predicted, Darlene is sleeping, and Hawkins. Wait, it's pretty late. He's also sleeping. He's trapped in his room, by the way.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what? He's trapped?
He's trashed his room. He's basically like thrown all his clothes everywhere. And
I thought you said he cracked a brew.
No. He trashed his room. And and I suppose the other thing that I should say is that the patients in the lower floors did not have bathrooms in their room, and they have been locked in already.
Oh, poor Darlene. Okay.
That stinks. Literally.
Should we wake her up to offer her a cleaner room upstairs? Is there a better room for her upstairs?
In the army, we were given buckets. We just give them a bucket. It's okay.
Yeah.
The only vacant room in the patient wing on the second floor is the one that currently contains the corpse of Melba the maid.
Oh man, we should have cleaned that out.
Yeah.
Okay, so Byron, I leave it up to you. You are our main hypnotist.
Well,
Let
if we
that
mop
be
up
fast.
Victor's room, we could use that, right?
If we do what?
There's 3 guest rooms.
If we mop up Victor's room, we could use that room.
Who's Victor?
Isn't it Victor?
Oh,
What's his name? Alan. Victor. Alan.
Check your Victor.
Victor. Alan. Yeah, we can mop up Alan's room.
Okay. I suggest.
All right, so
I don't know if we need to roll for this stuff, Keeper, but could we move the maid's body maybe to Alan's room, old room?
why don't we put it in with
or with Alan?
The docker. I mean,
Doc.
Yeah,
Right.
my uncle.
Yes. Brewer, Dr. Brewer. Let's put him in that room, his office. That'll be our makeshift morgue, I guess.
All right.
So we'll put her in there. We'll put a bucket of Alan in there. We'll put
bucket of Alan.
Just put the bed and like drain him out.
We'll just keep putting people in there.
So should we wait to...
Just to say that you also left the other nurse, Bobby Birch, just sitting with his neck broken, like
We
at
did.
the desk. So you've been walking past his body every time you go from the main part of the house to the patient wing, but you know.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. All right, we'll stick
we
him
have
in there
bigger
too.
fish to fry.
Yeah.
So
well,
maybe a
besides-
sheet over his body would not go amiss. Huh?
Anyway, it is now approaching 11. As you drag unfortunate Melba's remains up to the office, you're in the office in the second floor when you hear screaming from below you. And what you can make out in the screaming, it sounds like a male voice. And he is going, "Yes, my lord, come, take me away, come, take me." And then there's just an incoherent screaming, which turns into sort of like a burble, and then silence.
Okay, we might not have to take care of
and
we're gonna need the mop. We have a cleanup on aisle 2.
I'm gonna leave you on that cliffhanger for this session.
No!
Kumquat!
Quick, throw Jimmy down the stairs. See what happens.
All right.
That was hilarious.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, you guys.
And scary that we keep killing people.
Yes, who knew Call Cthulhu could be so funny?
Your body count is higher than the monsters, right?
Yeah, I know. Like, that's pretty impressive.
I take no
Apparently, he who waits has been waiting for me because I'm apparently much more destructive than he is.
You're the harbinger of doom, apparently.
That was too funny.
All right.
So thank you, everybody. I'll sign off then off the thing. Thanks everybody for watching Call of Cthulhu RPG with our keeper Anna. Thanks Anna for running us through. Thanks Bill, Rich, and Steve and Ginger for joining us. My name is Game Master Dave. Have a great night. Give yourself 100 experience points. And until we meet again across the internet, keep your what dry?
Patience.
Patience dry.
Your patience for being liquefied.
What do we need to keep ready?
Sledgehammers and pencils.
Keep your sledgehammers and pencils ready.
Pencils ready.
Pencil ready. And what do we keep strong?
Oh man.
Stomach.
Sanity and stomach strong. Have
and
a great.
Remember, everybody.
That's not how you want to hit that.
Yeah, that's right.
Good night.
Have a great night. Thanks so much. I haven't turned it off yet. Stand by.